Thank you for listening to my audio once again with Celebrity and Variety Talk with Josie Latimer. I'm your host, Josie Latimer. Breaking news. I have breaking news. R. Kelly is back on the scene. R. Kelly is back on the scene. He can get up to 30 years in prison. He have 11 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor, and the person's name that these sexual acts was done to is Jerunda Pace. Now, wasn't Jerunda Pace the girl that was stalking and running him down at the courthouse when he was indeed going to court for pornography case? I mean, why in the hell would she be out there running him down, knowing that he's already on trial for something that she is accusing him of now? I mean, if you knew that this man was going to court for sexual misconduct, why in the hell would you even want to be his friend? Why? So Jerunda Pace was one of the persons that accused R. Kelly of rape on the Surviving R. Kelly show. And they show pictures of her standing outside of the court, running him down. My Lord, was that a setup? And see, that's why I tell men you have to be careful, because a lot of times these women will set you up and they will turn around and they will get you. So in this particular case, Jerunda Pace, she stalked him down and somehow she ended up landing him. And when she landed him, because R. Kelly, being a victim himself, acting like a child, he ended up molesting this girl. Now, I'm not sure if she told him how old she was, but most men can see if a girl is a young girl, and then some men can't. You have a lot of men that are green, and a lot of men are blind, and a lot of men are crazy. So now, this Jerunda Pace, the girl that tracked R. Kelly down for fortune and fame, now has a case against R. Kelly. He has 4 counts of aggravated criminal assault, sexual assault, 3 counts of another sexual assault of a victim between 13 and 16 years old. He have another 2 counts of sexual by force. That means he actually either forced sex on someone, either tied them down allegedly, or somehow did something in an abusive way to force the person to have sex with him. And then he has another 2 counts of another aggravated sex. So he has all of these counts against him, and he can get up to 30 years in prison. Wow. That's Surviving R. Kelly. R. Kelly was set up because when people know you're a fool and you're naive and you're green and you think that this stuff is okay, then they're going to tell the next young girl, oh, look, R. Kelly is, we can treat him like he's a trick. We can just go ahead and get with him and he'll get with you. And, the word spreads. When a person, my mother used to say, if you see a fool, bump his head. And that's what happened with R. Kelly. All of these young girls, they saw an opportunity and they took it. And I'm not saying it's right because of what R. Kelly did, but R. Kelly should not have allowed himself to stoop on the level of these young girls that came after him. He should have been very picky, very choicey, and he stayed in the same environment. That was a fault too. R. Kelly stayed in the same environment, and then remember his sister molested him from the age of 6 years old up to about 11 or 12, something like that, and also his brother. So I think in R. Kelly's mind, he just never grew up and he thought sex was the thing. His sister actually turned him out. R. Kelly had a sex problem. He had a sex problem, and I fought that sister. And he didn't tell the mom on the sister. See how men are? He was protecting his sister still, even though she was a pedophile. You see, he was still protecting his sister. But look at what he get. He have 11 additional counts, and this 11 counts can land him 30 years in prison. Oh my God. And I saw it coming with this Jerronda Pace because I said, wow. And even when I saw the pictures of her in court standing outside trying to track R. Kelly down, I mean, she just kept on it. She laid on it. And young women know how to get up on these older men, or they're just, I don't know what it is about an older man and a young woman. Is it because of control? It has to be, because these kids' minds are not developed, but yet these young girls' minds are developed enough to know how to get that older man and to land him in jail. Wow. And especially if it's a celebrity. And most of them probably wonder, how in the hell could R. Kelly be with me? He's a celebrity and I got R. Kelly. So that shows you R. Kelly wasn't working with a full deck. Anytime anybody run after you and you run back after them and you're a celebrity, you could have anybody you want. And it wouldn't have to be anybody that's running behind you. No little girls. Those are called groupies. And the first thing men are trained about, even celebrities, football players, basketball players, they know about these groupies. But you know what? It still doesn't matter. Their parents have taught them about groupies, telling them, oh, don't mess up your success. But you know what? That sex, it's like a demon. It'll get them every time, because a lot of the football players have gotten with cheerleaders and groupie girls. I know a few girls that have gotten. I have a girlfriend right now, live out in Berkeley. She was a groupie, and she has a baby by a basketball star from being a groupie. You see what I'm saying? These girls, they know what to do, and they know early. They know very, very early. Women minds are 99 times smart. They're like cats. We can be thinking when a man is sleeping. But R. Kelly's sister turned him out and turned his brother out. I saw his brother was online. I think it was on Tasha K's page, talking about how his sister, would call them in the room and molest them, and they would take turns. She would call R. Kelly in the room, and then have him go outside and play, and then call, each other in the room when the other one was outside playing. That's really horrific, man. So now, Jerronda Pace, she felt like R. Kelly was down. Okay, he's down. And evidently she wanted him, because if you see that this man is in court already for child molestation, and you're going to go and run after him to be his friend, that was a setup. That was a setup for a weak man. I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it. I know he shouldn't have done it. I'm not saying that it was right what he did, but it was wrong of the setup. That's the part I'm getting to. A lot of these women seen, it's just like these prostitutes out here, and they see a trick on the streets and they flag them down. They know these men are weak for sex. They know what to do. I'm going to keep after him and I'm going to get him. And lo and behold, because that man, he's thinking with his lower head and not his top head. And that's what happens. And every time they get a kick in the ass. Because can you imagine how many tricks out here that these prostitutes and these whores are getting? And a lot of them are underage. Wow. It's just that R. Kelly got busted. He got caught. But there are a lot of underage girls out here selling their bodies to older men. You have them working in these clubs, striptease clubs, and you have them just walking up and down. In Houston, they have a street called Bissonnette, and those little young girls just running up and down the streets. And every car they hop in is men older than R. Kelly. But they never get caught. Some of them get caught, but they don't have the money that R. Kelly has. So most of the people will go after, like those girls that are hookers on the streets out here, they don't go after that man to have him on a long-term basis, because basically most of those guys that are tricks are married, and those girls just want that money for the evening, or be his call girl whenever he needs them. But when these girls see these big-time celebrities like R. Kelly was, and hopefully he still is, and hopefully he still will be, man, they're going to come after you. Women can get you. They can also have babies and get men, you know. You see that every day. A lot of men are paying child support. That man, he always gets a kick in the ass. I know a guy said that one time it was a young girl. He was working at someone's house. This was years and years ago. And the young girl was trying to put herself on him. And, um, and so he didn't know how old the young girl was. So the mother saw the young girl, you know, talking to him. And so one day the little girl didn't come home. So the mother had his number because he had been working on her property, and she asked him, "Have you seen so and so? She didn't come home." And he said, "Oh no." He said, "I haven't seen her." He said, "I know she told me when I talked to her that she had to go to work." And her mother go, "Work? She better have her ass in school." So you see what I'm saying? Little girls would try to trick men in all kind of ways. They put on the bra and put socks in their boobs and have their butt sticking out, and oh my God, they know what to do. And that man, he's a trick. He's a trick. So with that, Jerronda Pace, back to R. Kelly. Jerronda Pace, she ran him down, and she feels that she lucked out on this case. But in the end, if you did it to hurt someone, then you have to pay for that. And R. Kelly has to pay for what he did also. But like I said, R. Kelly is a sick man. He needs help. I think he even said it on one of the shows I saw, that he said that he would get help. He needs some help. Because if his sister molested him from the age of 6 years old, in his mind, sex was nothing. It was like he had to have it. He had to have it. He didn't care. He didn't see no age. He didn't see no color. He didn't see no how they look, because half of them didn't look like, really, they wasn't really pretty women. Not half of those girls were not attractive at all. And then you would see them from the beginning when he got with them, and then later on you see how he put all his money into their weaves and their makeup and their boobs and their designer clothes. And they seen him coming. They seen R. Kelly coming. So right now, only thing R. Kelly can do is go and get some help, get his mind right, because I think they pretty much got him. What do you think? I think they pretty much got him, because even though he was a victim, like they were a victim, but his victim stuff didn't get stopped long ago. If R. Kelly mother possibly would have known, she probably would have put him in a therapy program, and then maybe all this madness would not have happened. Hopefully. But like his brother said, well, we both did it, and I didn't turn out like him. Well, you have two different individuals with two different minds. And so it didn't affect him in that way, that he became a sex addict like R. Kelly did. So these girls seen the sex addict, they knew they were underage, and they stuck it to him. And with him being sick, he put himself in a lot of trouble. And that's all I have to say. So what do you guys think about this? R. Kelly, breaking news. R. Kelly can get up to 30 years for 11 additional counts for molestation for a child under the age of, well, they said between 13 and 16 years old, and 2 counts of sexual abuse by force, and all these other indictments. Oh my God. Something else. And one of them, they said 3 of the indictments happened between May 1st, 2009 and January 31st in 2010. My God. So that Surviving with R. Kelly, it was a setup show. We all know that R. Kelly possibly did it, but it still was a setup show on top of him doing it. So he did it. He have to pay for what he did. And if it was a setup, they're going to have to pay for setting him up. So with that, I'm going to end my show. I'm not taking sides with anybody, because the girls that knew what they were doing, Whether I've been underage. See, I'm only talking because I've been underage, and I know what they did. I know what they did because I'm a girl, and I had the chance to do it many times. I possibly did talk to someone older before. Because I knew, and I wouldn't tell them. It's just like a lot of times when young girls want to go out when they're young, and they tell their friend, "Oh, can I use your ID to get in the club?" Girls do all kinds of stupid stuff, but men, they get caught up in it because they can't control the lower head, their penis. They think with their penis and not their brains. And that's what gets them in trouble with these little young girls. I have a friend, her husband even left her for a young girl with babies. I mean, what is really wrong? When are men going to wake up and know that a young woman can get you in trouble? And she knows that. And if you go and do it, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to jail. You're going to lose. And they know that. They know that. I knew that. All young girls, all my young girlfriends knew that. We all knew that. It was a setup. Surviving R. Kelly was a setup. And so everybody can get paid. But you know what? He may not even have enough money to pay everybody. I mean, he may do his time, but he may not have the money. So we'll see what goes on. But it's breaking news, y'all. R. Kelly is back in the limelight. What do you think? Leave your comments and please click like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to come back with some more breaking news. Thank you for listening to my audio regarding R. Kelly. Thank you for watching and listening to all of my videos with Celebrity and Variety Talk with Josie Latimer. Click subscribe. Bye. Talk to you later.